icon so you'll be notified every time I upload, and comment down below your thoughts about it. Don't forget to enjoy. Hello, don't you see your handsome face?
Hey,
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Thank God, thank God. Before we start, it's okay we put this on YouTube, Facebook, social media, my site, used for courses, for educational purposes.
Yeah, sure. I've just been and had a look actually. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so you tell me that you've already done Tactics Level 1, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've just actually finished it. I've just completed it.
You did all the sessions work already also.
Yeah, I've had 10 sessions with Deirdre, um, and uh, and I've done a few kind of art of changes with myself. I did some stuff on the piece list. So yeah, I've done a bit of work.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so first of all, you do understand this is not free tactics because I mix all sorts of other stuff in here also.
Ah,
All my
yeah.
magic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you listed a few things. Why don't you say them out loud, what you'd like to get from the sessions?
Um, Pain is a big issue. Um, Still, I've been able to do some stuff by myself, um, but ultimately most of it's come back. Um, and Finances is an issue. Kind of moving forward, I seem to uh, have a lot of resistance. Kind of moving forward financially, finding a different job, starting up my own business. I struggle with that. Um, Relationships. I guess the biggest thing is that I isolate quite a lot, spend quite a lot of time on my own, and I'm comfortable with that, and I'd like to move past that. Yeah, did I mention money? Like,
Yeah, you
yeah,
mentioned that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's ask you some questions about yourself. And you already know how the sessions go, probably, so work from there. Okay,
Okay.
so you just told me why you're here, basically for pain, for finances, and relationship. And one thing I do want to mention about pain is that
Yeah.
if you've watched any of the people who have become practitioners after dealing with pain,
Mm.
okay, it's not like pain you get rid of, and especially chronic pain, and then you're done. Because what is pain there for?
To keep you safe.
It's coming to bring you some sort of signal or message, okay? Which
Yeah.
is in the same context of keeping you safe, all
Mm.
right? Now, what generally happens, especially with people with chronic illnesses or fibromyalgia or any of those type of diseases, is that they tend to work themselves very hard. They tend to believe that only they can do the work and no one else can do the work, so they have to do it all by themselves. And they tend to keep pushing themselves more and more and more. And
I'm a
then
perfectionist. Yeah.
and then suddenly you collapse because you're so tired, so exhausted, and so in pain, and you go into bed. But when you get up and you say, oh my God, I have so much more to catch up to. So then you go and you work even harder to catch up on all the stuff that you just missed, at which point
Yeah.
you then collapse again.
Yeah.
Okay?
I recently tried the Wim Hof method. I don't know if it's like a breathing technique that gives you more energy, and
Okay.
it does help with pain too. And so what you just said, I was in the gym every day, kicking it, and then I had this big back relapse, and I was in bed for a long time. So I do that quite often. Yeah.
Okay. The pain is there to give you a signal. If you listen to it, it won't have to shout louder. If you don't listen
Okay.
to it, it will have to shout louder so that you can hear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, that is actually true for almost all diseases, right?
Right.
Diseases are basically what happens is that you have all sorts of experiences stored in a specific part of the body. Generally, experiences of the same type are stored in the same area on the same type of peg. And when it gets to be too much and it can't handle anymore, it explodes, and poof, you have disease, whether it be cancer, whether it be any other type of thing that you might have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And strangely enough, many people, when they go in and they release all the emotional causes that created that disease in the first place, the disease often tends to taper off, disappear, get better, whether you take medication or not.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I'm not saying that's a blanket rule. There are some people who do have very physical things. And by the way, emotional pain can be extremely physical as well, with very physical, what's the word I'm looking for? Sensations, and with fevers and with everything else. And you'll see it inside the body as well. That doesn't mean you
Mm.
can't change it through releasing the emotional stuff. But I'm not trying to belittle anybody's pain. The pain is real. I have no doubt about that.
Mm.
But it's a signal nonetheless. And
Yeah.
when you listen to the signal and you say, it's okay, I'm listening to you, I'm taking it easy, I'm, listening to what I need to do, then
Mm-hmm.
it will stop. As long as you don't listen to it, as long as you say, all right, I've got it down, now I can go and rush ahead again, it's going to come back in
Mm-hmm.
because you're not listening to it anymore. Okay?
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'll take that on board.
take
Yeah.
that on board. And if you look at any of the practitioners in the eutaptics who have come through pain, it wasn't like a one-time thing. It's like they're constantly working on it. They're leading normal lives now. They're able to, act normally, have a full life with a love relationship and work and everything else. But when it catches up, they have to start tapping on it too.
Mm. That kind of sucks, but it's reassuring at the same time that, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you see, the interesting thing is that my ideal life is not that I'm working from 6 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night giving sessions. My ideal life is that I can give, let's say, 3 or 4 sessions a day and then spend time doing other things that I want to be doing.
Absolutely.
Whether it be relaxing on the beach, whether it be reading a book, whether it be spending time with my children or my grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
remember that as well, because you just said beforehand, you go full speed ahead to go do the other things you need to do or want to
Yeah.
do without leaving yourself any time for relaxation and for refueling your own batteries.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's true.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind too. Even people
Okay.
who are doing what they love, if they do it 24/7 and don't give themselves any respite, can get burnt out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Finances. All right. Just a little word on finances, and I'm sure you know this already. Have you ever heard of Abraham Hicks?
Yeah, I don't really resonate with it. I find it a bit weird, but yeah,
Interesting. Okay. I
kind
actually
of.
resonate here a lot. What
Yeah.
my point is about the finances is that you are constantly focused on what is, what's in your bank account, what you can or
Yeah.
you can't buy. Okay?
Mm.
I would say what I resonate with her about is that finding affirmations that don't create any conflict in the what is the key to creating the, aside from, releasing anything that's holding you back from any, pre-programmed things from your childhood. But
Okay.
when I tell myself, in the mirror, I have $100,000 in my bank account, then my conscious mind says, liar, you don't,
That's right.
right? But if I count all the money that has come to me throughout my whole life, from the time that I was born till now, including everything my parents paid out for me on, schooling and on this and that, I'm a millionaire. No
Yeah.
contradiction, because I am a millionaire then.
Uh,
Okay? If I look around and see, people who have fancy cars and fancy houses and fancy clothing and say, wow, if they can do it, they're not necessarily much different than I am. There's no reason why I can't do it. I'm no longer a
yeah.
liar, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
All
stating
right.
what I see as the truth. That's a little side point over there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
relationships. Relationships. Okay.
Oh God. Yeah. Awful. A lot. Um, I mean, relationships in general, I'm not great. It doesn't matter what sex, I'm not great. But I tend to isolate and spend a lot of time on my own.
Let me ask you a
That's
question.
good. Yeah,
Do you love yourself unconditionally?
I don't think so, Alana. No.
Okay, so if you don't, how do you expect anybody else to?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I think I'd be aiming for like I I don't. What am I, how can I explain this? It's not that I don't like people or love people. Um, I guess it's a, I don't know, I'll relate to it being a habit. Um, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay,
Also, I'm always trying to save money, so I will sort of forego lots of, attempts to try and have fun or go out or enjoy myself. I'll just Um, and the fatigue can stop me from doing that too. Yeah.
does your unconscious mind know what to do to solve these problems?
No. Well, no. Yes.
Absolutely does. Absolutely
Okay.
does.
Right answer.
Okay, right answer. Your unconscious mind is a best answering machine you could possibly ever have. It is trained to answer any question that you give it. You just have
Okay.
to learn how to ask the correct questions. So
Right.
let's give you a pop quiz over here. Why am I
Mhm.
feeling so bad? Is that a good question or a bad question?
Bad one.
That is correct, because you will get every reason under the sun why you are feeling so bad.
Yeah.
How can I heal? Good question or bad question?
Good question.
Right. How can I make $20 million by next year? Good question or bad question?
Might not be realistic, but I guess the house pretty good. Yeah.
Still good. I know people who have done it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
So it's true that you might have to have some sort of level of belief for it to happen,
Yeah.
but it's not unrealistic. It can happen. It's not any more difficult for the universe to create $1 as to create $10 million. It's only in our mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Hmm.
I know it's hard to remember that. I forget that all the time too. And I'm like,
Uh,
oh, I'd like to make another, $30,000 a year. Why not choose $30 million a year? Why is shortchanging
yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a question of my
Yeah.
belief, what I believe is possible or not possible. But bottom line, it's all possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to earn what I earn in a year in a month. That would be great, but I don't nowhere near that. I know I'm not. Yeah,
Okay.
mentally. Yeah.
And how much is that you're earning in a month, in a year now?
Oh God, £16,000. Pennies, pennies, pennies.
Okay. You ever hear of my money story?
No, I
Uh,
heard your story with Robert, but that was like a. I think that was about a 20-minute thing.
right. Well, it sums it all up pretty well, basically.
Right.
Okay, that's what I was dealing with when I first got divorced. And I had no money. I was earning $20 a week. That was it.
Yeah. Was it Bible covers or something or
No,
storage?
I already started earning money by that time when I started doing
Right.
that. Okay, that was like a year or two later. This was when I was just doing English. I had one English lesson, 1 hour a week of English lesson.
Okay.
And I started writing in my gratitude notebook. And in my gratitude notebook, I would write, I am so grateful that I have 16 English lessons and that all the mothers love me and they tell their friends about me and they spread the word and I get more and more English lessons.
Yeah.
Within 2 years, I had 16 English lessons. All of them were from word of mouth because I put up signs in places. Not a single client came from the sign. only came from word of mouth. And I had added in also that all the students and the mothers loved me. All the people who came, because I had more than just the 16, all of them that didn't resonate with me, we weren't in good alignment, dropped off by the
Yeah.
sidelines. The only ones that were left were the ones that became great friends, and some of them I still teach right now because I've been teaching them for 7, 8 years, and I feel bad just, dropping them and saying, nope, not going to teach you anymore, just because I don't really do that anymore. So I still teach their
Yeah.
kids.
Uh-huh.
All right? This was within the span of approximately 2 years.
Good. It's great.
All right? So
Yeah.
if you are not yet doing your gratitude notebook, start.
Okay.
And in this gratitude notebook, every day you write 3 things that you are grateful for that you have, 3 things that you are grateful for that you don't yet have, but you write it as if you already have it, putting in all the emotion as if you have it already.
Okay. I've never heard it explained quite like that before. Okay. Yeah. That makes
Okay?
sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you give
Yeah.
gratitude for the things that you already have, you're focusing on the good stuff. When
Mm.
you are giving gratitude for things that you want that you don't yet have, but as if you have it already, you're putting in all the emotion, you're putting in the visualization because you're describing it as you're writing it, doing it every night. You get it.
Yeah.
That's what manifestation is all about.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay?
Um, would you advise putting things that are, say, like a life goal was like 50 million? If your brain doesn't believe it yet, don't go near that. Go the next scale. Go like to £16,000 a month. Could that be possible?
Yep, I would work on a thermostat basis.
Yeah,
Okay? And every time you reach your goal, raise the thermostat. Once you
yeah,
put the belief in that you can do it, you can raise it much higher. You don't have to like go incrementally high. You can go, I can do this, I can do that too.
yeah. Okay,
Okay?
brilliant. Yeah,
Now, in this same gratitude notebook, anything that makes you feel happy, whether it be a photo, whether it be a saying from Facebook or anywhere else that you read it, whether it be a newspaper article, whether it be something that someone told you put it in there and you use it. You feel bad, you open it up. Oh, that looks good. That makes me happy. That any really funny videos that you've seen that you laugh at every time you watch it, put that in your special whatever box it is. If you do it from YouTube, whatever, you have that special what's it called?
yeah,
Like the list.
yeah. Like videos or yeah,
Exactly. Keep it
yeah.
there. Use it. You have the resources. You just have to
Okay.
use it. Now, but I will say, do one thing at a time. It takes 21 days to implant a new habit. Do it the 21 days, move on to the next thing. 21 days, move on to the next thing. Okay?
Okay.
So, that's that. Um, so basically, this was the thing. So it all started from here is about asking your unconscious the right questions. And
Okay.
Bart Baggett, I don't know if you heard of him, he does the Handwriting University. He has a book called The Magic Question. Magic question is not one magic question. Magic question is the question that will lead you to where you want to get to.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, make sure you consider what your real outcome is. Because when he was, I think, 18 years old, he made 3 goals he wanted. He wanted to get a new car, he wanted to write a book, and he wanted to be on national television. By age 21, he got a new car, he wrote a book, and he got national television. The new car he got because he crashed his old car. The book he wrote, but it never really sold. National television he got onto, one show, no one really saw it, didn't really do very much.
Hmm.
What were the outcomes supposed to be? I want to have a bestseller that's affecting people, that's creating changes in people's lives. I want to be
Yeah.
on national television where people watch me and come and ask me questions and I can affect them and I can interact with them okay? So when you do that, when you ask your magic question, think about what your outcome is that you actually want. And
Yeah.
make sure that's the real outcome and not just the intermediate steps. You can do the intermediate steps, but it might not be very gratifying.
Okay.
Understand what I'm saying? I'm throwing at you a lot of information, I know.
Yeah.
And I will probably repeat a lot of it throughout the sessions. And if you have questions, and as I said again, do one thing at a time, whatever resonates with you the most. I like to do the gratitude notebook first. That's what I usually tell people to do first, because gratitude is always amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a journal that's collecting dust, so
So take it
take it
out
back.
and have it collect gratitude.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. When you put those three things in a pile, relationships, money, and health,
Yeah.
0 to 10. 10 means feel really bad about it. 0 means don't feel bad at all. What's your number?
I'd say it's like an eight. It's a good eight.
Can you make it a 10?
I can make it a nine, but I think I am aware that I am doing the best that I can to chip away at it. But yeah,
And what did you do to make it a 9?
dwelled on the feelings, I guess, focused on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just where you feel it all. Notice. Where do you feel it?
Where?
Yeah, where?
Okay. In my gut.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, here. In my throat.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of in my head. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to take it all out and notice that there is this big shelf right in front of you, very heavy, very thick, strong shelf. And on the shelf, there's a box. I want you to take it all out and put it into the box. Literally take your hands and pull it out. Right. Exactly. Perfect.
Okay. There you go.
Got it all? Sure. Check to make sure.
Yeah. No, sorry. In my
See,
throat.
told you. Good thing I told you to check. Okay, now when you look at your timeline, one side is the past, one side is the future. Which side is the past?
You want me to point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Past
So I want you to
is
take the shelf and it's
yeah.
on a roller and roll it over to your past.
The shelf and move it over.
The
Okay.
whole shelf with the boxes and everything on it.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, now do you have a safe place, a place where you feel totally, completely, utterly safe, secured, and loved? Give you from your imagination, from a book, from your past, from your present, from your future.
Can it be a place?
Yeah, place.
Right. Yeah. It's a place in Sherwood Forest called Glenworth Woods.
I was there.
Was you?
Yes, I was.
Oh wow.
With my 6 children, and we hiked all the way there. It was a really, really long hike.
It is. It's really easy to get lost too.
Yes, and then they told us as well that we met someone, and it was like, no, you're not allowed to go in there or something, and there was shooting going on, like people were hunting at that time
Yeah.
or something. And
Yeah.
then I got really scared because like I'm there with my 6 little children.
Yeah. It's right at the top, and there is
Yeah.
shooting.
Okay,
Wow.
yes. So in Sherwood Forest, yes. Continue.
Yeah.
Your safe
So
place.
yeah, I guess being around the trees and just the smells and hearing the birds and also the peace and the quiet and
Besides the shooting.
yeah, I guess I feel the most normal when I'm there. Like maybe like that's where human beings should be around nature, not in a high rise in the middle of Nottingham.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to do it right now. as if you were there using all your five senses. See it, hear it, smell it, taste it, feel it. Amp it up. So on a scale from 0 to 10, where 10 is feeling really good, 0 is feeling down the dumps, I want to feel a 30 or a 40.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
And now as you feel it, I want you to notice that there was a certain part of your body where that feeling began. Where's that part of the body? Go ahead and point.
Here.
I can't see that. Is that your stomach area?
Sorry. Oh, it's here,
Ah, the
just above my
chest.
chest. Yeah.
Okay. Notice there's a color attached to it. What's the color?
Green.
Green. I want
Yeah.
you to take that green and I want you to breathe it in. And as you breathe it in, I want you to feel it permeating throughout your whole entire body. And as it permeates throughout your entire body, I want you to feel it pushing out anything less than positive. And as it pushes out that less than positive, I want you to see that less than positive come out with your breath. I want you to keep breathing in and out until all the air coming out is just as green as the air going in.
Okay.
Okay, and I want you to notice that feeling inside of your body, that green, it's starting to spin. Doesn't make a difference which way it's spinning, just notice that it's spinning. And as it's spinning, it's growing bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger, faster and faster with every breath you take and every beat of your heart, until it gets to be so big, so strong, so fast, it starts to overflow out from the top of your head. Sort of like in a fountain-like structure all around, creating, if you wish, some sort of force field. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, when you got that force field in place, just put out your hands and touch it to make sure. Literally put it out. Okay, perfect. And now just take a look at that stuff that's on the shelf in the past over there. And it was an 8 beforehand. What's it now as you look at it?
There's like a 4.
Okay. And imagine a tree in front of you. What would happen to that tree if I stuck my hand in and I pulled it out by the roots?
It would die.
Nope, it would turn to beautiful butterflies with golden rims that flutter away in freedom, because that's what happens to imaginary trees that you uproot. Start tapping. Say after me. Letting go of all fears. Go ahead, you know the
Oh, sorry.
tapping. Let go of all fears.
Letting go of all fears.
Letting go of all sadnesses.
Letting go of all sadnesses.
Letting go of all emotional traumas.
Letting go of all emotional traumas.
Letting go of the helplessness.
Letting go of helplessness.
Letting go of the hopelessness.
Letting go of hopelessness.
Letting go of the no control.
Letting go of no control.
Letting go of the trapped feelings.
Letting go of the trapped feelings.
Letting go of the fears.
Letting go of the fears.
Letting go of the frustrations.
Letting go of the frustrations.
Letting go of the angers.
Letting go of the angers.
Letting go of the experiences.
Letting go of experiences.
Thanking the experiences
Thanking the experiences.
for working so hard
For working so hard
to bring me the messages that they came to bring,
to bring me the messages that they came to bring.
that I just wasn't getting them.
I just wasn't getting them.
But I choose to get them now.
And I choose to get them now.
I get the gift.
I get the gift.
And I let go of all the proofs that support it,
And I let go of all proofs that support it.
all the memories that support it,
All the memories that support it.
all the programs that support it,
All the programs that support it.
all the conflicts around it,
All the conflicts around it.
all the lack of love around it,
All the lack of love around it.
all the lack of acceptance around it,
All the lack of acceptance around it.
all the rejections connected to it,
All the rejections connected to it.
be them from past lives,
Even through past lives,
present lives,
present lives,
future lives,
future lives.
or parallel lives,
What was the
or
last one?
parallel lives.
Or parallel lives.
I choose to thank them
I choose to thank them
and transform them
and transform them
into fun,
into fun,
into joy,
into joy,
and into happiness
and into happiness
in every area of my life
in every area of my life
and every area of my body.
and every area of my body,
Let everything else go.
letting everything else go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist, breathe in, blow out. Go ahead, touch your force field, that green force field. Put yourself in the forest and say
It's there.
peace. Good. Okay, go back. Look on the shelf. What's the number now?
A 2.
Okay, and when you think about that too, what do you feel in your body?
A bit of sadness and disappointment, but I don't really understand disappointment. Maybe disappointment at myself. The perfectionist, I think.
Okay. Start tapping. This sadness,
Okay, this sadness,
this disappointment,
this disappointment,
whatever it means,
whatever it means,
whatever it presents,
whatever it represents,
whatever came to teach me,
whatever it came to teach me,
whatever I need to learn,
whatever I need to learn,
all the gifts,
all the gifts,
all the programs supporting it,
all the programs supporting it,
all the proof supporting it,
all the proofs supporting it,
all the memories supporting it,
all the memories supporting it,
all the conflicts around it,
all the conflicts around it,
all the lack of love,
all the lack of love,
all the lack of recognition.
all the lack of recognition.
Let it all go.
I let it all go.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
I transform it
I transform it
into joy,
into joy,
into happiness,
into happiness,
into fun,
into fun,
into well-being
into well-being,
in every area of my life.
in every area of my life.
Let everything else go.
And let everything else go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist, breathe in, blow out. Go to your force field, be in the forest.
Just
See it, hear it, feel it right now.
makes me smile. That's weird. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is working. And say peace.
Peace.
Okay, go ahead, take a look at that shelf again. What's your number now?
It's like a half of a 1. It's hardly anything. It's
Okay, start tapping this half of one that's left.
this half of 1 that's left.
However I know it,
However I know it.
however I feel it,
However I feel it.
just let it go.
Just let it go.
Don't want to let it go.
Let it go.
I don't want to let it go.
I don't want to let it go.
If I let it all go,
I let it all go.
might not be able to get it back again.
I don't be able to get it back again.
Oh, don't be silly.
Don't be silly.
I'd rather be in Sherwood Forest.
I'd rather be in Sherwood Forest. I certainly would.
And there's no place for that in Sherwood Forest.
There's no place for that in Sherwood Forest.
I let it go happily.
I let it go happily.
I transform it
I transform it
into love,
into love,
happiness,
happiness,
joy,
joy,
and well-being
and well-being
in every area of my life,
in every area of my life,
in every part of my body.
in every part of my body.
Let everything else go.
Let everything else go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist, breathe in, blow out. Go to Sherwood Forest, inside your force field. Put out your hands and touch it. Feel it all around you. And say peace. You look like you belong in Sherwood Forest.
Yeah, definitely. I would have been one of Robin Hood's merry men, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Go back. Look at the shelf.
Okay. I don't feel anything. I can't see anything. This looks empty. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Was that too
So,
easy?
was it too easy? Not with my magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Okay. We haven't yet gone to all the details, and that's fine. But before we get into all the details, we're not going to do it this time. We're going to do it next time because it's already been a bit over an hour.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a trip down memory lane, and we're going to make sure that your self-worth is way up high, up in the sky from conception.
Okay.
Because if you do not have that self-worth, you sure as heck ain't going to be able to manifest any of the stuff you want because you don't think you're worth it.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that is for next week. Practice with your Sherwood Forest. Use the force field whenever you can. The more you use it, the more you strengthen it.
Yeah.
My
That
gift
really
to you.
works. Yeah, it really works. Yeah.
I know. I know. I know. Part of my
Listen,
magic.
yeah, Alana, thank you for your time. I know it's late at night, so thank you.
My pleasure. It's been a pleasure working with you too.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay?
very much, Alana.
Now, one last thing, a few more things here before we
Yeah.
finish. Number
Okay.
one, as a practitioner, as you've done work on yourself, you know that just because we're finished with the work doesn't mean that you're finished with the work. Things might
No.
rise. It's
Yeah.
fine. Let them. Don't stuff them back in. If you don't tap them out by yourself, write them down. We'll work on it. Okay?
Okay.
Number
Yeah.
two, make sure you do your gratitude notebook.
Okay.
Number three, tonight, you might sleep like a log, might sleep like have normal sleep, might have nightmares. Any of the above is possible. Don't worry about it. Nightmares is basically your unconscious mind rearranging things. Perfectly fine.
Yes, cool.
Okay. Number four, and this I'm sure you already do because you already do the tapping. Tap in the heat of the moment before it gets higher than a 1 or 2. Once it gets up to a 10, you start drowning. When it gets just to be a 1 or 2, you tap it down.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It
I'll
might
put that.
it will require more tapping sessions, but shorter periods of time, much shorter periods of time.
Okay.
You get to the point where 2 minutes, done.
Yeah. So as soon as I notice the feeling, get on it. Okay.
Exactly.
All
Okay?
right.
And next week, you're going to have to tell us all the changes.
Okay. Fine.
So take note of that. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay. Sleep well.
You too. Can't find this. Don't forget, if you like this video, leave a like down below, subscribe to my channel, or subscribe to my newsletter. The address is right down below over there. Have a great week.